CIET NCERT presents audiobook Kaveri, Textbook of English for Grade 9.
Page 203, Chapter 7, Carrier of Words. On the top right side of the page, a picture is given which depicts a tree of languages. At the center, top is Hindi, shown as the main language. Around it, on the branches, are many other Indian languages like Punjabi, Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Kashmiri, Sanskrit, Odia, Nepali, etc. Each colored circle represents a different language and all are connected like parts of one tree. This chapter also has a QR code on the right side of this page, scanning which you will be able to access additional resources. Reflect and respond. There are 4 pictures given here of persons engaged in the same profession. The first image is of a stamp with a vehicle representing the postal system and how letters and parcels were transported. The second image, stamp with a person, is of a postman delivering letters. The third image is an old photograph, a postman from earlier times, telling us how mail was delivered in the past. The fourth image, of a modern person, is of a present-day postman who is also a mail carrier. All the pictures highlight the job of a postman. Discuss in pairs and share your answers with your classmates and teacher. Which profession do they belong to? 2. Do they face any difficulties while doing their duty? 3. How does their profession affect the people they meet? 2. Discuss in groups. 1. How can words be carried? 2. Who could be a carrier of words? 3. What are the means for people to stay connected? Page 204. 3. Read the words given in the box here and place them in their appropriate context in the following passage. The box given in the words are slumped, hamlets, dunes, signals, defying, devoid. We stepped out of the vehicle at the end of the road. Immediately, our bodies sent 1. Blank space that our decision to visit the sand. 2. Blank space in the afternoon was insane. We had passed a few. 3. Blank space on our way to the desert. We could not find even a single soul outdoors. 4. Blank space the blazing sun. Even the camels were. 5. Blank space in the little shade offered by the khejri trees. In this remote place, people relied on Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited (BSNL) to connect to the world as the area was 6. Blank space of any other network service. A small picture adjoining this is also given, which has the khejri tree and the camel resting under it. Reading for meaning, Part 1. Though we are just a click away from sending mail at present, can you imagine how it was before the internet became the way of life? The mail was dropped in the post box, then through the postal system. Finally, it was delivered by the postman in our letter box. The areas beyond the last railhead and after the road crumbles into sand, Grameen Dak Sevaks still serve as the sole link between the oasis of humanity in India's extremes and their faraway families. Khetaram is a Grameen Dak Sevak, his left shoulder slumped from years of carrying a mail bag. He is the sole postman of Somarad branch post office. For the last 15 years, he has been a trusted link between the people attached to this Rajasthani village post office and their families. On the left-hand side of the page, the meaning for the word soul is given, which means only. Defying all elements of the harshest desert of India, the Thar, he is the lone face of the state who reaches the far-flung hamlets or dhanis of this remote area, just 2.5 kilometers short of the Indo-Pakistan border. The meaning of the word hamlets is given on the right-hand side of the page, which means settlements. Page 205. Some 120 kilometers beyond the last railhead at Bama, 50 kilometers beyond the last phone, and 10 kilometers beyond where the Bama-Chotan road directionlessly crumbles into sand so soft that even bicycles can't ply. That's where Ketaram's footprints appear along sand beds and dunes. It is his bodily effort that ensures that the mail transferred from the mail train onto buses before being hefted onto his shoulders is delivered at the border within 24 hours of dispatch from Jodhpur, around 330 kilometers away. The meaning for the word ply and hefted is given on the right-hand side. Ply means to move, hefted means lifted. Often, the impression of his footprints reveals the weight of his mail bag. Regulations stipulate that his load cannot exceed 28 kilos. But in the summers, when the sands sizzle under his mojri-clad feet, Ketaram says, even a single delivery is tiring, as I have to cover 20 kilometers for it. The meaning for the word stipulate is given on the right-hand side, which means specify. The meaning for the word mojri is traditional footwear of Rajasthan. He delivers even on days when his body sends blazing signals that the temperature has crossed 50 degrees Celsius, but is recorded as 49.9 degrees Celsius, since 50 degrees Celsius would mean a state holiday. Sometimes, severe heat forces him to postpone deliveries till after sundown. Page 206. A picture is given on this page of a village which has the sun shining brightly in all its peak and the women of the village who are carrying water. The postman is carrying the mail and then an old man sitting on the bench with a stick. On other days, his khaki turban and uniform are his only protection against the desert's furies, the scorching summer winds and swirling sandstorms which turn him into a walking sandman. Water is too precious to waste on washing, so I can only wipe my body. When I finish, there is a sand dune at my feet every evening, he says. Till 2001, Ketaram was known as a delivery agent, operating in rural areas devoid of schools and primary healthcare centers. Since then, India's 3 lakh plus delivery agents like Ketaram were accepted as Grameen Dak Sevaks, or in brackets GDS, who constitute more than 50% of the total workforce. The frozen desert of Ladakh, the Isles of Lakshadweep and the riverine communities of the northeast are all GDS territories. The role of GDS is invaluable, since they deliver in interior areas that are often inaccessible by any means besides foot, explains the Postmaster General of Rajasthan Western Region. On the left-hand side, the meaning for the words are given. Operating means working. Riverine means situated on river bank. Inaccessible meaning unreachable. Page 207. Unlike the British postal system set up in India to relay company dak between administrative centres after independence, the mandate of India Post was to bring the entire population within the mailing ambit. Compared to 25,000 post offices in 1947, today we have about more than 1.5 lakh post offices throughout the country. The meaning for the word ambit is range, given on the right-hand side. Through the GDS, India Post has also been able to reach rural depositors who entrust their monthly savings to the post office in their area. Every post office in the country has many operational accounts of the people, which reflects their trust in the postal system. Check your understanding. 1. Ketaram needs to submit information about himself for getting an identity card. While reading the text, fill up the following information sheet for Ketaram. A table is given here divided into 2 parts. The first part has the name. The second part says Ketaram. First part, position, employer, official address, mode of transport used, key responsibilities. The second column has been left empty for you to fill. 2. Discuss with your teacher. 1. Why do you think Ketaram has taken up this challenging job? 2. How do you think Ketaram would feel about taking up this challenging task every day? Part 2, page 208. The essential criteria for GDS selection is access to another means of livelihood. The meaning for the word access is given on the left-hand side, which means opportunity. They're required to work only 5 hours in a day and are also allowed to serve after the age of 60 till the age of 65. All this is so that they can be paid a salary to enable them to have an assured income. The salary of regular postmen gets revised as the other government employees. Only by applying such different conditions could we retain a large workforce of Grameen Dak Sevaks to serve a remote outpost, explains the postmaster. Ketaram's appointment more than a decade ago gave him a new lease of life. Akal of famine is a way of life here. In a good year, I get 1 crop of bajra. That cannot feed my family of 5. We would starve without this job, he says. And for each family which resides in this arid land, survival is partly dependent on money orders remitted by a relative. The meaning for the word remitted is given on the left-hand side, which says sent as gift. When writing about the social significance of the money order in his book, Story of the Indian Post Office by Mulk Raj Anand says, in no other country a person in remote villages is so dependent on the post office for transmission of small sums of money. It reflects the absolute confidence which most Indians place in the post office. In fact, a few years ago, a scheme to scrap the GDS and transfer the job to patwaris, in brackets, village record keepers, was proposed and summarily rejected. We knew they would not be able to do the job, says Budh Singh, a village elder. The meaning for the word scrap is given as remove. Such aspects of trust make Ketaram a warmly received man. He can dwell on any threshold, read out letters and write replies in his slightly shaky hand. The meaning for the words dwell is to stay on for some time, and threshold means entrance to a home. Page 209. Everyone feels comfortable asking him to read the letters and draft the replies. People are kind to me. The BSF always gives me a lift. Since their camp came here last year, when I distribute their dak, I get a cup of tea. In the village, a piece of jaggery is all that can be offered when he brings news of a birth or weddings. The word BSF is given on the right-hand side, which means Border Security Force. There is one letter delivery he dreads, the envelope with the right corner torn off, which signifies that the missive bears news of death. The word missive means letter, giving on the right-hand side. Ashubh samachar cannot be carried into the house, says Ketaram. So he stands outside, reads out the letter twice, then tears it to bits. Bad news must be destroyed, he mutters philosophically. Today, after more than a decade and a half of bearing words across this desolate geography, Ketaram says his spine is strong. I'm grateful that as a Grameen Dak Sevak I can serve the people even after 60. He's waiting for the arrival of phone lines, now only 50 kilometers away, for then he might become Grameen Sanchar Sevak when his duty will entail carrying a cell phone and the post from home to home. Main taiyar hoon. In brackets, I am ready, he says, before striding off with his sack on his shoulder to deliver Panna Devi's dak before sundown. The meaning for the words entail and striding have been given at the left-hand side of the page. The word entail means involve. The word striding means walking with long steps. There's a picture given at the bottom of the page which has Ketaram reading out a letter to the villagers. In the backdrop of the picture, few huts are also there. Page 210. People like Ketaram are a part and parcel of our social fabric and are a great support. Our salute to all the people like Ketaram. Check your understanding. 1. Complete the table given here with the situations given in column 1 and the reasons in column 2. A table is given with 2 columns here, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 has the situations and column 2 the reasons. The part 1 in column 1 is left blank. Column 2 has, when the temperature is recorded as 50 degrees Celsius and above, a state holiday has to be declared. Column 1, second part, Ketaram can dwell on any threshold. Column 2 has been left blank for you to fill. Column 1, third, BSF always gave Ketaram a lift. Column 2 has been left blank for you to fill. 2. Why was a piece of jaggery offered in the village when he brought news of a birth or weddings? 3. How would phone lines help Ketaram in his job? Critical reflection. 1. Read the extracts given here and answer the questions. 1. Akal or famine is a way of life here. In a good year, I get 1 crop of bajra. They cannot feed my family of 5. We would starve without this job, he says. And for each family which resides in this arid land, survival is partly dependent on money orders remitted by a relative. Page 211. 1. Complete the sentence given here with an appropriate reason. 1 crop of bajra makes a little difference for people like Ketaram because blank space. 2. Why did Ketaram term famine as a way of life? 3. Give 1 reason why Ketaram had to take up a job to help his family to survive. 4. Complete the analogy given below with a word from the extract. Other families, money orders, Ketaram, blank space. 5. What would a good year signify? Second, there is 1 letter delivery he dreads, the envelope with the right corner torn off, which signifies that the missive bears news of death. Ashubh samachar cannot be carried into the house, says Ketaram. So he stands outside, reads out the letter twice, then tears it to bits. Bad news must be destroyed, he mutters philosophically. 1. Choose the correct option for the following question. Who could have torn the right corner of the envelope? Options: A. Ketaram, B. Sender of the letter, C. Receiver of the letter, D. The postmaster. 2. Complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. The most likely reason for Ketaram reading the letter twice is because blank space, blank space. Page 212. 3. What was Ketaram's philosophy regarding bad news and how did he act upon it? 4. State whether the following sentence is true or false. Ketaram's action of tearing the letter differed from his beliefs. 5. Mention any 1 aspect of Ketaram's temperament which is revealed through this extract. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. 1. Justify the statement made by Postmaster General Rajasthan Western Region stating that the role of GDS is invaluable. 2. How was the purpose of India Post different from that of the British postal system? 3. People trusted Grameen Dak Sevaks. Support this statement with only 2 instances from the text. 4. Infer the most likely reason that Ketaram was grateful to continue as GDS even after the age of 60. 5. Explain why the author pays tribute to people like Ketaram. Vocabulary and structures in context. 1. Study the phrases given in column 1 and match them with their meanings in column 2. A table is given with column 1 and column 2. Column 1 says 1. Crumbles into sand. 2. Give a new lease of life. 3. Turn into a trickle before drying out. 4. Bearing words across this desolate geography. Column 2. 1. Get a chance to continue living. 2. Carrying letters to less populated areas. 3. Disappears in the desert. 4. Lessen gradually and then finally stop. Now use the phrases from column 1 in sentences of your own. Page 213. 2. Identify examples of alliteration and metaphor in the extract given here. Ketaram's khaki turban and uniform are his only protection against the desert's furies. the scorching summer winds and swirling sandstorms which turn him into a walking sandman. 3. Match the words in column 1 to what they suggest in column 2 in the context of the chapter. A table is given with 2 columns, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 has 1. Arid, 2. Concessional, 3. Gaunt, 4. Remote, 5. Desolate. Column 2 has 1. Interest rate for the farmers, 2. Corner of the world, 3. Farmland without much yield, 4. Desert stretching far and wide, 5. Farmer waiting for the rains. Now use the words from column 1 in sentences of your own. On the right-hand side of the page, a picture depicts a desert scene at the sunset. The sun is setting behind sand dunes, giving the sun an orange glow. A herd of goats is also walking on the sand dunes. Exercise 4. Read the underlined verbs in the sentences given in column 1 and their functions in column 2. Column 1. A table is given here with 2 columns, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 reads as 1. She has found her book. Has found is underlined. Column 2 says 1. Finished actions in brackets past event hyphen present result. Column 1, 2. I have just eaten a mango. Have and eaten are underlined. Column 2, 2. Recently completed action. Column 1, 3. Have you ever seen a play before? Have and seen are underlined. Column 2 says 3. Life experiences. Column 1, 4. I have finished my project. Have finished is underlined. Column 2, 4. Accomplishment. Column 1, 5. Ajay has become a good bowler in 5 years. Has become is underlined. Column 2, 5. Changes over time. Column 1, 6. I have seen this book in the library many times. Have seen is underlined. Column 2, 6. Multiple actions at different times. Column 1, 7. I have studied in this school for 6 years. Have studied is underlined. Column 2, 7. Action completed in the past but has its impact in present. A box is given here which says all the verbs in the sentences in column 1 are in present perfect tense. The structure is has / have plus past participle in brackets third form of the verb. Page 214. Now fill in the blanks by using the present perfect form of the verbs given in the brackets to complete the following paragraph. 1. I, blank space, in brackets has / have, just, blank space, in brackets get a collection of postage stamps from my grandfather. He, 2, blank space, in brackets collect these stamps over a period of 20 years. I, 3, blank space, in brackets study most of the stamps in his collection and loved all of them. I, 4, blank space, in brackets begin my own collection of postage stamps. Grandfather, 5, blank space, truly, blank space, in brackets inspire me. Exercise 5. Study the sentences given here. 1. GDS delivers the mail at the border. When the subject does the action, the sentence is in active voice. 2. The mail is delivered by the GDS at the border. This implies that the mail receives the action deliver. The sentence is in passive voice because the subject is receiving the action. Page 215. 3. Ketaram's nephew wants to join the GDS. He asks Ketaram how to prepare for it. Ketaram gives him the following advice. 1. You will need a lot of stamina for this job. 2. Practice reading clearly as some of the villagers will expect you to read out the letters. 3. Write words neatly as some villagers will ask you to draft replies. 4. Wear full-sleeved shirts and trousers to protect yourself from the heat. Now complete the following paragraph about the advice given by Ketaram. One example has been done for you. To begin with, a lot of stamina will be needed. This was a blank for this job. Next, reading clearly. A. Blank space as you. B. Blank space to read out the letters by some of the villagers. Words. C. Blank space neatly as you. D. Blank space to draft replies by some villagers. Full-sleeved shirts and trousers. E. Blank space to protect yourself from the heat. Listen and respond. 1. You will listen to a girl talking about an event. As you listen, fill in the blank with a suitable word from the brackets. In brackets, transcript for teacher on page 272. The speaker concluded her talk with a blank space. In brackets, suggestion / request / advice. 2. You will listen to the girl talking about the event again. As you listen, choose the correct option for the following questions. 1. What was the occasion that the speaker was talking about? Options. 1. Letter Writing Carnival. 2. Philately Day. 3. Indian Postal Day. Page 216. 2. India Post is famous for having the most extensive network. Blank space. Options. 1. In India. 2. In the world. 3. Among design institutes. 3. Letter writing is being revived as this art form has been blank space. Options. 1. Celebrated. 2. Appreciated. 3. Forgotten. 4. Which of the following will be a part of the letter writing carnival? Options. 1. Calligraphy and graphology. 2. Origami and designing. 3. Letter posting and philately. 5. What will the postal department add to the event? Options. 1. Interactive demonstrations. 2. Theatre and dance. 3. Workshop for letter writing. Speaking activity. 1. The postcard, inland letter, envelope and money order form were engaged in a discussion on who the most important one was. Here, 4 pictures are also given of the postcard, inland letter, envelope and the money order. Page 217. In groups of 4, select one each and reason with each other logically. You may use the points for discussion given in column 1 and the cues given in column 2 to express your opinion. A table is given here with 2 columns with subheadings. Column 1, points for discussion. Column 2, verbal cues to present opinion. Under column 1 is utility. Under column 2, adjoining to this is it seems to me that. Column 1, cost effective. Column 2, some people say that. Column 1, privacy. Column 2, I would like to point out that. Column 1, space to write. Column 2, I totally agree that. Column 1, possibility of enclosures. Column 2, that's one way to look at it, but. Writing task. A condolence message communicates your feelings to someone whose relative or a person close to them has just passed away. It mentions how sorry you feel for the loss and your prayers for strength to the family members. 1. Khetaram saw a letter with a torn corner. It had news about Bhavar Singh's uncle passing away. Read the condolence message that Savant Singh sent to his cousin as a reply to the letter. A picture of a postcard is given at the bottom of the page, which has the message written on it. It starts with the date 16th July 20 Dear Bhavar Bhai, I am deeply saddened to hear about the loss of Kunwar uncle. Please accept my condolences. I extend my deepest sympathy to you and your family in this hour of grief. May God give eternal peace to the departed soul and courage to the family to bear the loss. Yours sincerely, Savant Singh. The front of the postcard also has the address, which says Bhavar Singh, village, Veernagar, Jodhpur, Rajasthan, and the pin code as 342001. Page 218. Now, on behalf of your parents, draft an imaginary condolence message for your aunt on the recent passing away of her father. Learning beyond the text. Exercise 1. The unique Darkroom Carnival was conceptualized by the Ministry of Culture to reintroduce children and larger audiences to letter writing in innovative, creative, and engaging ways. It also hosted competitions and workshops around writing and post. The one-of-a-kind letter writing event, supported by India Post, Ministry of Culture, Gandhi Smriti, and Darshan Samiti, is aimed to give a digital detox with the aim of reviving the art of letter writing in India. A picture is given here with a setup from the Darkroom Carnival, an event related to letter writing and the postal system. There is also a writing desk and chair where people can sit and write letters. There are decorative red post boxes also representing traditional Indian mail boxes. A poster of a postman highlights the role of postal workers. The picture shows an outdoor setting like an exhibition or fair with trees around. The source of the picture is https://www.pib.gov.in/press-release-page.aspx?PRID is equal to 1880828. Exercise 2. Did you know the study of postage stamps and postal history is called philately? It is possible to be a philatelist without owning any stamps. The stamps that you study may be rare ones and found only in museums. Page 219. 1. Study the postage stamps given here and discuss who or what they depict. Here 5 pictures are given of the postage stamps, and each stamp tells something important about India's culture and history. The first one is of a famous woman personality. The stamp is of a well-known Indian woman. It represents great personalities who contributed to society. The second picture is of a famous personality, a man with hat. The stamp is of a notable Indian figure. It highlights people who have made important contributions in fields like art, literature, or public life. The picture is of Kishore Kumar. The third stamp is of a cultural scene or festival. It has people in traditional dress, possibly dancing or celebrating. The fourth stamp is of a nature or object. The stamp represents nature, heritage, or scientific importance. The fifth stamp is of a monument. It represents India's architectural heritage and history. 2. Work in groups of 5. Find information about stamps on the following categories and note details as directed. 1. Personalities. Name and the field they belong to. 2. Celebrations. Festivals/national events. Name and significance. 3. Centenaries. Name of person/occasion and significance. 4th. Nature. Name and significance. 5th. Our heritage. Monuments/music/dance. Name and significance. Now prepare a class board on philately upholding our heritage with your findings. Exercise 3. In the past, telegram was a mode of fast communication, commonly used to quickly send short and specific messages such as greetings and condolences. Its pricing structure was based on the number of words to be transmitted and therefore needed to be precise. The following form was used for sending such telegrams. A picture of the telegram is given. The picture has Inland Telegram written on the top. In between it says for postage stamps. The picture of the telegram has also some space for the address to be written. Page 220. Words. On the top right side of the page, a picture is given of 2 girls and 1 boy conversing amongst each other. Reflect and respond. 1. Why are words important? Can we communicate without words? How? Share your answers with your classmates and teacher. 2. Use the given sentences as clues to find words from the grid and fill the blanks. One example has been done for you. My mother summoned me to introduce her friends. Summoned is underlined. A table is given here for the cues. Column 1 has the horizontal clues. 1. We eat food. 2. Blank space our hunger. 2. The train will blank space from the station at 5 p.m. 3. The gardener was removing the blank space to clean the flower beds. Column 2 has vertical cues. 4. The view from the top of the hill was blank space the difficult climb. 5. The herbs and spices blank space flavor to food. 6. Flowers blank space in spring. 7. We enjoyed a delicious blank space after the ceremony. Page 221. A table has been given on the top which has all the words of the crosswords. One example has been marked which says summoned. Reading for appreciation. If words could satisfy the heart might find less care. But words like summer birds depart and leave but empty air. The heart, a pilgrim upon earth, finds often when it needs that words are of as little worth as just so many weeds. A little said and truly said can deeper joy impart than hosts of words which reach the head but never touch the heart. The voice that wins its sunny way, a lonely home to cheer, hath oft the fewest words to say, but oh, those few, how dear. On the right-hand side, a picture of the bird is also given, which has a lot of words written on it as feast, worth, blossom, pilgrim, birds, deeper, gaudy, sunny, cheer, truly, care, dear, wins, head. If words could satisfy the chest, the world might hold a feast. But words, when summoned to the test, oft satisfy the least. Like plants that make a gaudy show, all blossom to the root, but whose poor nature cannot grow one particle of fruit. By Charles Swain. Page 222. Check your understanding. Exercise 1. Fill in the blanks with one word from the poem. One example has been done for you. In this poem, the poet reflects that words fail to truly blank, which is filled by satisfy, what the heart wants to convey. Words are compared to summer birds who, 1 blank space, leaving nothing behind. The heart is equated to a 2 blank space who finds that words are as worthless as 3 blank space when needed. He feels that a few sincere words can bring more 4 blank space than many meaningless ones. He adds that a voice that brings happiness to a 5 blank space place does not say much, but the few words it does are very precious. Moreover, if words could satisfy us, the 6 blank space would celebrate, but words often fail to do that. The poem ends on the note that empty words may look impressive with lots of flowers, but they cannot produce anything valuable like a 7 blank space. Exercise 2. Let us appreciate the poem. 1. Read the poem again. Find any 4 sets of rhyming words and also write the rhyme scheme of the poem. 2. Read the following phrases and sentences taken from the poem. Identify the poetic device in each of them and explain what the poet wants to communicate through their usage. 1. But words like summer birds depart. 2. Heart, a pilgrim upon earth. 3. Words are of as little worth as just so many weeds. 4. If words could satisfy the chest, oft satisfy the least. 5. The world might hold a feast. 6. Like plants that make a gaudy show, all blossom to the root. 7. But whose poor nature cannot grow one particle of fruit. Page 223. 3. Which words are repeated in the poem? Why does the poet use repetition? 4. The stanzas 4, 5, and 6 end with exclamation marks. Choose the option that displays the emotions being expressed through them. 1. 4. Delusionment. 5. Admiration. And 6. Frustration. 2. 4. Frustration. 5. Admiration. And 6. Disillusionment. 3. 4. Admiration. 5. Frustration. And 6. Disillusionment. 4. 4. Frustration. 5. Disillusionment. And 6. Admiration. Exercise 3. Identify examples of hyperbole from the given lines. If words could satisfy the chest, the world might hold a feast. Work in pairs. Complete the sentences given here with hyperboles. Use the hints given in the brackets. 1. I have blank space things to do on this weekend. In bracket, lots of / tons of. Page 224. 2. The player missed the basket by blank space in bracket a mile / an inch. 3. My mother is so tired that she can sleep for a dash. In brackets night / decade. 4. I will be back in blank space in brackets 5 minutes / 2 seconds. A picture of a basketball and a basket is also given on the left-hand side. Exercise 4. Rhythm gives a lyrical quality to a poem. The rhythm, in brackets, pattern of beats in a line of poetry is described by metrical form. A meter is formed by a stressed and an unstressed syllable. Syllable is the name given to a single unit of speech / beats of spoken language. The metrical form in the first 4 lines is given here. The stressed syllables have been underlined. If words could satisfy the heart. If could, tis has been underlined. The heart might find less care. The words the, might, less have been underlined. But words like summer birds depart. Words but, like, have been underlined. And leave but empty air. And but ty have been underlined. Now listen to the teacher read the poem. As you listen, underline the syllables that are stressed in all the lines of the poem. Share your answers with the teacher. Critical reflection. Exercise 1. Read the following lines and answer the questions. 1. The heart a pilgrim upon earth finds often when it needs, that words are of as little worth as just so many weeds. 1. Why has the poet referred to the heart as a pilgrim? 2. When would a heart need words? 3. Complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. The words are like weeds because blank space. 4. Mention 2 emotions the heart might be experiencing when it finds words to be of little worth. 5. What do these lines suggest about the nature of communication? Page number 225. 2. If words could satisfy the chest, the world might hold a feast. But words, when summoned to the test, oft satisfy the least. 1. How can words satisfy the chest? 2. How can words be summoned to the test? 3. What does the world holding a feast imply? 4. Complete the sentence with an appropriate reason. The poet mentions that words satisfy the least because blank space. 5. Select the word that does not mean the same as oft. Options are A. Always, B. Usually, C. Frequently, D. Often. Exercise 2. Answer the following questions. 1. What is the comparison that the poet draws between words and empty air? 2. According to the poet, meaningful words are more precious than a lot of them. Explain. 3. Do you agree that the poet presents contrasting ideas related to words in the poem? If yes, why? If no, why not? 4. The theme of loneliness hovers over the poem. Support this statement with examples from the text. 5. How does the poet convey the superficial nature of words? What ought to be done to address this? Page 226. Vocabulary in context. 1. The poet has used some figurative phrases. Match the phrases in column 1 with their correct meanings in column 2. Use each phrase in a sentence of your own. A table is given here with column 1 and column 2. Column 1 says 1. Satisfy the heart. 2. Depart and leave, but empty air. 3. Host of words. 4. Never touch the heart. 5. Winds its sunny way. 6. Plants that cannot grow fruit. Column 2. 1. Many words. 2. Cheers up a person. 3. There is no outcome. 4. Makes one happy. 5. Does not appeal to our emotions. 6. Makes no impact. Exercise 2. Create a word map for each of the words from the poem given in the box. A box is given with words as depart, pilgrim, cheer, word, sunny, satisfy, heart. To complete the word map, include 1. Meaning in bracket in your own words. 2. Synonyms of the word. 3. Antonyms of the word. 4. Sentence using the word. 5. A quick sketch or symbol that represents the word. One example has been done for you. Page 227. Word, cheer. Meaning, to give a loud shout of approval or encouragement. Synonym, comfort. You have to do the meaning yourself. Antonym, sadden. Sentence, the audience cheered her for great performance. Sketch, picture of sunshine, sunflower or a smiling face. A picture is also given here of a sunflower with a smiling face. Listen and respond. 1. You will listen to a conversation between a girl and a boy. As you listen, mark 4 statements from 1 to 6 that are true. In brackets, transcript for teacher on page 273. 1. The girl was excited to participate in the declamation contest. 2. The boy was doubtful about the suitability of the topic chosen for the contest. 3. The girl explained that people prefer to keep their personal experiences to themselves. 4. The boy was unaware of the role played by body language in reflecting the speaker's confidence. 5. According to the girl, body language had an insignificant role to play in communication. 6. The girl had issued the book on body language earlier from the library. Speaking activity. 1. Read the following quotations and select the one you like the most. Explain the quotation and share the reason for your choice with your classmates and teacher. You may talk about a connected personal experience too. Page 228. On the top, a box is given which has quotations written at the center in an oval shape, and it has arrows coming out in all directions. It has 8 arrows coming out of it, and every arrow is marked by a box. The first arrow reads, "Whatever words we utter should be chosen with care, for people will hear them and be influenced by them for good or ill." Said by Gautam Buddha. Second, "We are what our thoughts have made us, so take care about what you think." By Swami Vivekananda. Third, "It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart." By Mahatma Gandhi. 4. The path from dreams to success does exist. May you have the vision to find it, the courage to get onto it, and the perseverance to follow it. By Kalpana Chawla. 5th, the words of my book Nothing, the drift of it everything. By Walt Whitman. 6th, Saying Nothing Sometimes Says the Most by Emily Dickinson. 7th, Words Empty as the Winds Are Best Left Unsaid by Homer. 8th, In the End, We Will Remember Not the Words of Our Enemies but the Silence of Our Friends by Martin Luther King Jr. You may use the cues given here to state your choice and the reason. 1. I chose blank space because. 2. I selected blank space since. 3. I decided on blank space due to. 4th, I picked blank space as. 6. I settled for blank space because. Writing task. 1. Write an essay on any one quotation from speaking activity. Follow the guidelines given here while drafting the essay. A table has been given here with column 1 and column 2. Column 1 talks about paragraph division and column 2 talks about the paragraph content. Column 1, Introduction. Column 2, Paragraph content has to have mentioned the quotation and the speaker, briefly mention the reason why it appealed to you, state the purpose of the essay. Column 1, Paragraph division. 2 and 3, Body of the essay. In paragraph content is given each paragraph to explain a specific point or idea related to the quotation. Begin with the topic sentence that introduces the main point of the paragraph. Provide evidence, examples, or narratives to support the main point. Ensure a smooth flow between paragraphs by using transition words. For example, in addition to, for instance, however, consequently, finally. Under column 1, paragraph division 4, counter argument. In column 2, paragraph content comes think about any possible criticism for the quotation, give reason why that criticism is baseless. In column 1, the last is conclusion. In column 2, paragraph content. In conclusion is summarize the main points discussed in the body paragraphs, end with a concluding statement that leaves a lasting impression. Page 229. Learning beyond the text. 1. In groups of 6, follow the instructions to play the non-verbal game. Each student writes or makes an emoji with an expression of one slip and a gesture on the other. Jumble the slips and keep them upside down. Pick the slips in turns and enact it in 30 seconds. The person who can identify the expression or gesture first gets 10 points. Continue it for 2 rounds and find the non-verbal champion. Page 230. For example, an expression to denote tired could be a tired emoticon is given on the side. And a gesture to denote united could be a fist of hand is given here. This game is like Dumb Charades. Dumb Charades is a word-guessing game where players act out words, phrases, or movie titles using gestures and body language without speaking. One person acts and the teammates try to guess what's being mimed. 2. Do you know the French priest Charles Michel d'Elpey from 1712 to 1809 is recognized as the father of sign language and deaf education. 3. You must have read poems and songs in English and in your own language. Now read and enjoy the poem given here. Page 230. Weigh your words. If we would weigh the words we say and speak but those we mean, we would save a lot of talk each day and keep our conscience clean. The idle words we often speak and promises we make, if given credence by the weak, may cause some heart to ache. We never know the pain and sting an idle word may start. We never can erase one thing we've written on a heart. 'Tis best to weigh each sentence well, and as I've said before, though we would not have so much to tell, 'twould mean a whole lot more. By E.F. Hayward. Chapter 7 ends here.
Kaveri. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of English for Grade 9. Narration, Dr. Lipakshi Khurana. Sound recordist Vineet Kumar Sharma. Assistance in production Surendra Kumar. Directed and produced by Vimlesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.